start my recording. Okay, I just briefly want to go over, and this you'll get at the end of the session. I will email you all of this.
Okay.
And some of you who may not have way of printing it, I'll mail it to you. I know Mercedes and Maureen. Anybody else need me to mail them a hard copy?
I do.
Who is I?
Mercedes.
Well, I said Mercedes and
Oh.
Maureen. I said anyone else.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So let's just briefly go through the curriculum. And we really are going over things we've done because I think we're not quite ready for the next step. So polynomials, we've gone over them. We'll go over them again. We'll be doing today addition, subtraction, and later we'll do multiplication. Now, let's see. Now, Monday is a holiday.
Columbus Day.
Columbus Day, and I thought I had holiday on here. Maybe I didn't. Okay, so Monday is a holiday, so it's not polynomials. Okay, and then we come back we won't be dividing. We'll still be into addition, subtraction, multiplication. All right, then we'll get into questions.
Yes. Are you saying you won't be on Monday?
No, Monday's a holiday.
Okay.
11:99 have us closed on that day.
Okay, thank
All right.
you.
Okay, so after this Monday, we come back on the 17th, and we will still be doing polynomials, addition, subtraction, and we'll probably start with multiplication. Then the next Monday, we'll be doing the dividing by monomials, okay? And then we'll get into radicals, all the operations, and simplifying them. And you've done the translating verbal phrases, the algebraic. All right. You know those terms for sum and for subtraction, you know, product for multiplication, quotient for division. Okay. We'll be doing that for a couple of weeks. Then we'll do inequalities. And we'll be representing them on the number line. We'll continue that. Then we'll go back over all our exponent rules, do some problems on that, get into linear equations. We should know what a linear equation is. We should know how to solve them. We should know how to use applications with them. Okay. All right. And that's the end because it's a 11-week session, and then we'll end if we're on schedule, but if we're not, we may end further up because whether we get to the next thing depends upon how we do on the one that we start. Okay. Any questions on the curriculum?
No, thank you.
Okay, so let me do a new share and let me bring up what we are doing today. Let's see. Okay. All right. Want to make sure. Let me go to the. Okay. So what we're doing today, I gave you 2 problems and only 2 people did them. Did everybody get the assignment? 2 problems on polynomials. I text them.
I only saw them today when I have to go out to something urgent to pick up.
Okay.
And I get back 2 minutes ago. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go through polynomials, and then I want you to do those problems. Now, Latoya did hers. She had hers correct. Let's see. Where's Maureen? Maureen did hers, but she has to do number 2. Maureen, where are you? She left. Okay. Now, what is a polynomial? Anybody? When you think of polynomial, what are you thinking about?
Poly means many.
Yeah, poly means many. In other
No,
words,
no,
you have
no.
many in algebra, you have many expressions making up a polynomial, not just one, okay? Poly means many, many expressions. And in those expressions, you have real numbers and variables, okay? In other words, you have numbers, variable. The real numbers include the constants. So you have constants, variables, and you have numbers, rational numbers. And the variables can be anything from A to Z, right? So you could have 6xy, you could have 5y squared, okay? You could have 3x cubed, 3p cubed. Any variable, a variable can be anything from A to Z. Now, this is very important here. Division and square roots cannot be involved in the variables. So we will only have addition, subtraction, multiplication with our variables, okay? And today we will just doing adding and subtracting. Now, adding and subtracting polynomials is pretty much like adding and subtracting regular. What's the difference? Anybody want to tell me the difference? Latoya, what's the difference in adding and subtracting polynomials and adding and subtracting rational numbers, just rational numbers?
But sometimes the answer of a negative come out with a negative number.
Well, they could be negative when it's not a polynomial. What's the difference?
They
You know?
always a bracket.
Hi, Miss Barbara.
Hello, I was just talking.
Mm.
Where are you, Maureen? I don't see you.
I'm
Well,
right
you're-
here.
Oh, there you are. Now I see you. Okay, back to Latoya. What I was asking is, what's the difference in adding and subtracting polynomials and adding and subtracting just regular rational numbers? And what were you saying, Latoya?
With polynomials, they come with brackets.
Well, regular numbers could have brackets.
I never see the regular number with brackets.
What?
I never see the regular number with brackets. It comes with a number and the x. We call it variable beside it.
Yeah, well, polynomials have what we call coefficients, and coefficients come in front of variables. So you can
Yeah.
say 6 plus 4, that's regular adding, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yes.
That's why I say Miss Barbara come with the number and the variable in front of it.
Okay.
We should have said coefficient.
Coefficient, use the math terms, Latoya, you know them. Okay, 6 plus 4. And that's equal to what, Mercedes? Mercedes, are you there? You're on mute. Mercedes, Maureen, 6 plus 4,
It's 10.
10. All right. Okay, now let's say 6x.
I'm sorry, Miss Barbara. I just touched the wrong button as I was answering.
Yes, I was calling you. 6x plus 5x, Maureen, equal what?
11x.
11x. That's a polynomial. It has two terms, 6x and 5x, right?
Yeah.
So we have the 6. What do we call the 6, Latoya?
Coefficient.
Coefficient. Remember your math terms. So what are we adding with the polynomials? We're adding the coefficients. All right. You're adding, or you could be subtracting the coefficients. Okay. So just remember, you adding or subtracting the coefficients. But in order to do that, they have to have what in common, Maureen? What must these terms have in common?
I don't know.
Vanessa, do you know what must they have in common to add or subtract the polynomials?
Not the coefficient, what do you call it? The x's, what do you call it? It
Oh,
has
it's
an-
the same type. You're right, Vanessa. The
Yes.
same type of variable. And what else?
variables.
And what else must they have in common?
Yeah, coefficient.
The same type of variable and the same degree. In other words, we can't
Oh.
add an x squared to an x cubed,
Yes.
but we can add an x squared to an x squared.
Square, yes.
All right, so that's something to keep in mind when you're adding or subtracting polynomials. They must have the same type variable and the same degree. And degree is, what is degree, Maureen? Simplest term, what is degree for a polynomial?
I know the degree, but I can't remember.
Mercedes, what is a degree for a
I know
polynomial?
the degree. I know that it, like, really can't call to mind it now.
It's the
Yeah.
exponent.
Letters.
It's the
letters.
exponent of the variable. That's the degree. So this exponent is really 1. This is 1, right? So the
Mhm.
degree here is just 1 because the highest value here is 1. All
Hmm.
right. Now, if I made this, let me just go over here and grab something that has, okay, let me just take this one from our homework and put that one here. Okay. Okay. Now we have something other than, can you see that or should I make it bigger? Can everyone see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure, miss.
Okay. Make it bigger. Okay. Can you see it now, Mercedes?
A little better.
Oh, you want it bigger? Okay, I can make it bigger.
Barbara, just a minute, please.
Yes. Okay.
Audrey, your mic is muted. So unmute yourself.
Okay. Make it really big. Everyone see that?
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Okay. Now I said the degree was the exponent, right? And the highest degree for a polynomial, and this is a polynomial expression, is the degree that is the highest, the exponent that is the biggest. So this is a 2, this is a 1, this is a constant. The degree of a constant is always what, Vanessa?
0.
0. Very good. It's 0. So for a constant, your degree is always 0. So you have a 0 on the 2, you have a 1. Notice the default is the 1. Okay, the default when you don't see any exponent, then that's a 1. This is x to the 1 power. So that's a 1, that's a 2. So the degree, the highest order that the variable is raised to, that's a 2. So degree is 2. All right. Any questions on how you find the degree of a polynomial?
I'm not sure I understood what you did a while ago. You're saying that because 2 has no variables, it's a degree. It's no.
No, the degree is the
I don't mean
exponent
degree.
on the variable, right? That's a degree. But the highest degree of a polynomial is the biggest power of the whole polynomial. See, the polynomial is
Yeah.
5x squared plus 6x plus 2. So when you look at this, you say, okay, what's the degree on this term? That's a 2.
2, yes.
Degree on this one is what, Mercedes?
Just x. Yes.
What's the
Just
degree? What is
variable
it?
1.
1. That's right. When you don't see a exponent, it's a 1 by default.
Yeah.
What's the degree on the 2?
2.
No,
There's
Vanessa just told you.
0.
Constant 0. So you have a 0, a 1, 2. So your highest power is a 2. That is your degree.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Maureen, you okay?
Yeah, Miss Barbara.
Yeah. So you look at the powers. Those are your exponents. So the biggest power is the degree of a polynomial. And sometime I'll ask you, what is the degree of this expression? They give you several. And you look at the expression See where your highest power is, that's your degree. All right. Now, when you combining terms, addition, subtraction, it's a lot easier when you put them in order of the degree from highest to lowest.
Lowest.
That's called the standard form. Now, this one is in standard form because you have what? 2, 1, 0. Now, sometimes they're not. And if you combining them, it's a lot easier when you put whatever you are combining all in descending order from high to low. All right. Questions? Okay, because you will have some examples where they won't be in order. All right, so let's keep going. Now, let's take some examples. You ready to add some polynomials, right?
Not really.
Well, you will be ready. You
So you
will
the
be,
Bible,
yes.
you had do the first two answers up top.
What do you mean?
You had do these first two, the polynomials.
Yeah, we're doing some examples. Then I want to go back to the homework and
Oh,
have you do it.
okay,
Because
all right.
most people didn't do it. So I'm going through
I
these
did mine, but I
examples.
get it wrong.
Yeah, but you were supposed to go back and do your number 2, and I didn't hear from you, Maureen.
Now I was to do number 1, so I get number 2 right. But
Okay. All right. Yes, you had the first one right, and I think the second one you had
right, and the first one
something
right.
with your signs, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, all right. So I want you to do this one. Now you can add them vertically, or you can do them horizontally. Now I think I have. Okay. Here's let's see. I think just to show you the difference. And this is vertical, like you put this at the top and what you subtracted from it underneath it. But you can't do it horizontally. In other words, you can take your coefficient with your x squared and this coefficient, combine them. Your 7x, your 8x, your coefficients, combine them. Your 4, -4, and your -1, those are your constants, combine them. So I want you to do these. Tell me what the x squared value is, the x and the constant.
You mean number 3?
Number 1, example number 1, okay? Audrey, you have a problem?
Yeah.
What
I
is
can't
wrong?
see. I can't see the work. I can't see
Okay,
it.
all right, let
No, you
me,
can't see it.
oh, okay, that's right. You need it bigger. Okay, let me just make it big, no problem. Okay, Audrey, you okay with that? Now I'll
Yes.
just put this all on one line, so. Okay,
Well, you said add. Okay.
add the polynomials. Now notice this, when I made it bigger, this kind of goes to the, oh, could you see it if I go to the next, well, the next lowest? Oh, let's try it, because I like for them.
It's much
No,
bigger.
I mean with Audrey. Audrey is the one that has the problem.
That's much
Okay.
bigger now.
No, I want to make it a little smaller so they're all on the same line to see if you can see it. Okay, let me just do this. Okay. Audrey, can you see it now?
It's very small.
Still small to you. Okay.
But our phone.
You on your phone or your iPad? Or
I tablet.
you're on your tablet and you still,
Mhm.
there's gotta be a problem if you can't see it on your tablet. Okay, let me go back to the big. Okay. Because I want you to be able to see it. Okay. Just remember now, this
I can
is,
see it now.
okay. Just remember this 5x squared plus 8x minus 1 is flowed to the next. Well, you know, I do it like this.
Well,
I want to put them all together. It's a lot easier. Okay, there we go. So you're adding this polynomial with this polynomial. Okay, and remember we said what? They must have the same term, same power, and they must be the same variable. So you can only combine x squared with the x squared, and an x with the x, and a constant with the constant. So add your minus, and remember, without a coefficient there, it's a 1. So this is a 1x squared. So let me just put a 1 there. Okay. All right, let me put 1 there. Okay, so that's a 1. Default is 1. Normally you don't see the 1, but I'm putting it there just for simplification. All right, so you've got a coefficient of -1, a coefficient of 5, coefficient of -7, coefficient of +8, and you have constants -4, -1. So what I'll do is underline this, and then you add. Mercedes.
Yes.
All right, add the first term there, the x squared. Excuse me, let's drink some water here. Add the -1x squared and the +5x squared. What do you get?
I get 4x squared.
Okay. Just like -1 and a 5 would be a +4, right? So let me just copy that. Change it to a 4. Who's rattling paper? That you, Audrey?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Okay, let's put this as a 4. That's what Mercedes just told me. Everybody agree with Mercedes?
Yes.
All righty. All right, that was Michelle. Okay, Michelle, now what is -7x and a +8x? What is that equal to?
1 second. X minus 3.
Mercedes, I'm sorry. Michelle, a -7 and a +8 is what?
-7 and a +8.
Yes.
15, or maybe X minus 3. -5.
No, that's where I say we've got to get those signs right.
Okay.
Plus, minus, you subtract
So that's the
and
X.
use the sign of the one with the highest absolute value. Now you're only dealing with the coefficients, Michelle. So you're only dealing with the 7 and the 8, the -7 and the +8. So what's a -7 and a +8, Michelle?
1.
That's right. So what would a -7x and a +8x be?
1x. 1x.
Just one x. Stop right there. 1x.
1. Yeah.
Okay. So let's put plus. It'll be just 1x or x, right?
Yeah, because the 8 is number 8 is bigger, so I would put the plus there.
That's right. You have more positives than negatives. So your answer would be positive. And you subtracting 7 from 8, you get 1. Okay. So now we are at our constants. Maureen, what's a -4 and a -1?
5.
Plus or minus?
A minus.
That's right. You got to give me these signs here. Okay, -5. Okay. So this would be -5. And now you've combined, and I said you could just put them here. So x squared is then 4, right? So we got a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, and x, we got a 1, right?
What?
That's a 1.
What you
And then the
said?
constant, we got what? -5. So that's your answers. Any questions on that first addition of polynomials?
So the answer, Mrs.
So,
4x squared plus x minus 5.
Thank you.
so I just go ahead. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Who's writing with red on the screen? I should have said you couldn't write.
I don't know that. Somebody's doing
Somebody's
something.
writing, yeah. I have to tell Miss Beckles, we have to, because she as a host can say no one can write other than the person presenting. Okay, so this is,
Well, I ain't doing that, so it didn't mean.
yeah, somebody's right. But we can, there's an option where you don't let anybody write until you give
Yeah,
them
somebody
permission.
come in and doing it.
Okay. Any questions on that first one?
No,
No, miss.
Ms. Barbara, so coefficients are numbers, right?
Coefficients are the numbers in front of the variables.
Oh, okay, I
The
wrote it
numbers
down.
in front of the variables. So coefficient right here is a -1. The coefficient here is a 5. Coefficient here -7. Coefficient here +8. And of course, the constants are the numbers. No questions, then I want you to do number 2. Okay, I'll make it bigger, Audrey, when I get it on the other side. And I want you to do number 2. And let me just make this bigger so everybody can see it. It's another add.
Thank you.
I see
Okay, and
red marks on it.
yeah, I was on the,
Somebody did that, but we don't know who doing it.
yeah, but
Oh,
where's Miss Beckles? She can put, she's not there.
You can
She
stop
can
it.
put she can put the option where they can't do that. Now have to make a note for her. Okay, no drawing on screen by participants. By participants. Who's writing in red anyway?
Not me.
Okay, now I want you to do number 2 and tell me your answer. Now here again, we can line them up. Audrey, you writing?
No, I was
You
trying to
because
move the screen.
I
did.
saw it say Audrey came up with that red there.
Yeah, but I got her red in my hand. That's what happened. I don't have anything red.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let's see if we can add this up.
Probably your pencil on your screen is on red, so that's why.
That's it, you're right, because if you look,
And you doesn't even
like the
know.
font here, you can change this to
Yeah,
colors.
sometimes it doesn't know.
You don't know, you're right,
Mm.
absolutely. Okay, let's just underline this. And okay, I want everybody to do that, then I'll call out for the answer.
I ain't seeing it though.
What is wrong, Audrey?
I don't know, something right here. Because I ain't seeing the question that you just gave me. I don't know, something wrong with the screen.
You don't see number 2?
Mm-mm.
It's on the other side, Audrey. I went on the
Yes,
other side.
Something like wrong with me. I don't know.
Let's see. Okay. Add these polynomials. You have 3x to the third minus 7x to the second plus 5x minus 3 added to 8x to the third plus 2x to the second minus 6x plus 1. All right. You see they are lined up with the right variables matching and the powers. Okay. Everybody finished?
I am.
Mercedes, you done?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so let's ask Mercedes, what did you get for this 8x to the third plus 3x to the third?
I have 5x to the third.
Mercedes, this is an add.
Add.
See, add the polynomials, not a
Yeah.
subtraction.
Yes, miss, but
Add the coefficients, 8 plus 3 Mercedes?
Looking at its signs, what the sign says.
This is a plus, and this is a plus.
Oh, okay, I see.
I'm looking at the sign on the right and the one is plus and one is takeaway. Subtraction.
Are you looking at 3x to the third and 8x to the third?
No, I'm looking at the sign. I go by the sign after the number. The plus
It's
at the
not
bottom.
after, it's got to be in front of it, Mercedes. Do you see a sign in front of 3x to the third?
Oh, so the sign's supposed to be on the left side of it. before-
Mercedes, I ask you a question. Do
Oh,
you
go
see a
ahead.
sign in front of the 3x to the third?
No,
That means default is plus. Do you see a sign in front of the 8x to the third?
no.
So the default is a plus.
Okay, I didn't understand that position. I'm looking at the, okay, so the,
So the sign
Sorry, sorry.
of a term is always in front of the term, Mercedes, not behind it.
okay, so the answer is 10x to the third power.
8 and 3. 8 plus
11, I mean,
3.
pardon, 11, pardon.
11x to the third. So let me just copy that. Okay. Remember, it's an add, everybody. Okay. So let's put what Mercedes here. She said 11. There we go. And we don't need the underline here, so we can take that out. Okay. Now, Maureen,
Yes, Miss
are you
Barbara.
there? What's
Yeah,
a minus 7x to the second plus 2x to the second?
I get minus 5x to the second.
Very good. Subtract. And 2 from 7 is 5. More negative than positive, so your answer has to be negative. So
Yeah,
let's just copy this and put our 5 there. Okay, there we go. Now let's put our 5 that Maureen said. So our coefficient now is 5. Okay. Audrey, you okay?
Not really, because my thing was, I wasn't saying anything, so I'm just trying to figure it out.
Oh, but Audrey, I'm on the right side of my screen, so I think you've got to scroll over.
Okay, I just did that. So
You
that's how I
did?
know.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I know, see it.
Okay, that's what you
Okay.
have to do. When just like I go over to another screen, but see, I'm on a big screen. I'm, on a desktop, so I can see them both. But on a smaller screen, you probably have to scroll over to see it. Okay, you got it?
Yes.
Audrey, you okay? So I mean, you can do the next one. What's a
I
plus?
just kept it there. I just writing it off.
Can you see all the polynomials that you're adding? Can you see them?
Yes.
Okay, so what's a plus 5x and a minus 6x? Plus 5x and a minus 6x. Now, what's
11.
no? Remember that.
-1,
Tell her why, Vanessa.
because
Subtract.
the
Vanessa,
negative,
but excuse me, Maureen, Vanessa.
because the negative is larger than the positive.
Yeah.
For example, let's use money. If you go to the bank and you keep taking out, and it doesn't keep adding back, you would have an overdraft. You would have a negative in your account. That's how Ms. Barbara taught us to look at money that way.
Okay. So what Vanessa did here, Audrey, she subtracted her coefficient 5 plus 5 from a negative 6, and she got a -1,
Yes.
right? So it's a -1x or just a minus x.
Mhm.
You don't have to really put but I'm putting it here just simplification, right? Audrey, are you okay? Or you need Vanessa to tell you something else? Audrey?
Everything was confusing for them. He said it. Let's set it up because they couldn't get on, and then when they get on, everything went downhill.
Okay. Audrey, you have a question?
No.
Okay. Now, so Audrey, now what is a -3 and a +1? We're combining our constants. What's a -3 and a +1?
It's -2.
Very good. Okay, subtract, and your 3 is the biggest. You got more negative than positive, so you got -2. So x to the third, let's put them here. X to the third is what, Maureen? What's the coefficient?
11.
11. Keep going, Maureen. What about the x to the second?
-5.
Very good. You didn't forget your signs. Wonderful. Okay. And now the x.
Negative.
1.
What is it?
-1.
Okay. And the constant?
-2.
-2.
Excellent.
Everybody with me. That was excellent. Yes.
That's good.
Any questions on number 2?
Now.
No questions. Now you're going to be on your own on number 3.
Uh-oh.
No questions. So I'm just putting a subtraction here. And let me make it bigger. And I want you to give me your answers. Okay, let's see. Make that bigger. Audrey, you okay? You can see this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm put all that on one line. Okay,
Number 3.
number 3. I want everybody to do it, and then
I don't see it.
I'm on the
On the
other
left.
side.
It's on the left now.
I'm on the left. You got to scroll over. And I've got it vertical. That makes it a lot easier. Okay, let me underline that. Okay, and I want everybody to do it. And then I think one person could just probably give me the answer, right? Because
Yeah.
you're smart. So, okay. Does anybody want to give me the answer?
Still writing it off, miss.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, you want it in constant. Okay, you want it breakdown. Okay, let me get
Okay, Vanessa, you want to give me the answer?
it. Yes, I can.
Just say the answer.
Let me make sure. Yes, x squared. You want me to give you the, okay, 9x squared plus 2x.
This is a subtraction.
Let me see.
Subtracts the polynomials.
Oh, yes, it's subtraction.
This is subtraction. You gotta read. You gotta read.
Subtraction.
This is a subtraction.
Oh, yes, so you have to. Okay.
7, right?
Okay, so you have 3. Okay.
3, 2,
Remember, I switched from addition. We're going to subtraction.
Mhm.
Take away. Find the difference.
Yeah.
Now, remember, this is a minus. Let me just put this over here. So you, okay. There's a minus, right? So that minus applies to everything within the parentheses.
Okay, so therefore, Ms. Barbara, would it be 3x squared plus 6x minus 9?
That's right. 3x squared plus 6x minus 9. Everybody get that?
Yeah.
No, I'm confused right here.
Okay, let's just do this. Let me copy this over. Put the answer in. Vanessa's gonna tell you how she got it. Okay, let's see.
I'm back.
I got the 3.
Okay, so you said, so Vanessa, you said 3x, you said plus 6x. So let's put the plus.
Yes.
Okay,
That's why I'm confused.
and she's gonna explain it to you, then you won't be confused. And what was your constant, Vanessa?
9.
My constant is a -9.
-9. All right, now Vanessa, explain to Mercedes and whoever else might need an explanation how you got.
Because it's a subtract, we're doing subtraction in polynomials.
Okay.
Everything has to be subtracted, right?
Yes.
So, so when you say 6x squared minus 3x squared, so you got 3x squared plus, therefore, because of subtraction, how do you have to add, they have something with change in the sign, right? Because minus and a plus and a minus gives you a plus, right, Barbara, something like that?
Yeah. In other words, the minus for the subtraction goes
Minus and
in
a minus.
front of the whole polynomial.
Yes.
So it applies to your whole polynomial that you're subtracting. So what Vanessa did, she put a minus in front, and then you apply it to each one of these terms. So this minus becomes a minus, this minus becomes a plus,
Plus, yes.
and this minus plus becomes a minus.
Yes.
Remember your
Oh.
sign rules? You got it?
Yes.
Okay, so you gotta change all the signs at the bottom. to-
Yes, because the
Yeah.
sign applies to the whole polynomial. So if you put that minus in front of this expression, then you've got to take that minus sign applied to each term. So the 3x squared becomes a minus, the 2x becomes a plus, and the 7 becomes a minus. Is that clear, Mercedes?
The 2, yeah, I got it. And so this 7 become a -2. So what about the top?
You don't bother the
You don't
top.
bother
The
with the
top, you
top.
don't have a sign in front of it except plus, and the plus is not going to change
I
anything.
remember. Yeah.
All right.
So and so
Question?
okay. So oh,
The signs you have to understand. So only so.
Yeah, it's all boils down to your signs, and that's why it's very important for you to understand how your
that's why
sign rules apply. If
got
you got it, Mercedes, you got a negative here, but that negative has to be applied to
it.
every term that follows it.
So because the plus turn negative.
So the minus, think of your multiplication. Minus time plus, what's minus time plus? A minus. Then a -3 from a 6 gives you a +3. A minus time a minus gives you a plus. A minus time plus gives you minus. Just think of your multiplication. Your multiplication rules, your like signs give you plus, your unlike give you negative. Okay. And if you know that, you can use the same thing here. Minus time plus is minus. Minus time minus is plus. Minus time plus is minus. So this becomes a -7. Add it to a -2, you get a -9. This become a +2. 2 coefficient +4 gives you 6. And of course, this is minus. So a -3 from a 6 give you a +3. Somebody go to mute, please.
Thank you, Miss Barbara. Thank
Is
you.
it
What's the
clear
next-
now, Mercedes?
Yes,
So your coefficient of your x square is what, Mercedes?
say that again, please.
What's the coefficient of your x square in your answer?
My x square, oh, it's 3x.
It's 3. That's the coefficient, right? So I'll put that there. What about the x? What's the coefficient?
The x is 6.
6. That's right. I'm going through this just to make sure you understand you're combining these coefficients. Now with the constant, you just combine the constants. So you just have what? -9.
Yes,
Got it?
yes, thank you.
Any questions on subtracting? 'Cause
No,
you got another one coming up. Any
okay.
questions? That means everybody understand it, right?
Thank you.
G7 thin Q.
Okay.
You
Q.
on twice, right? Mercedes, you on twice?
Say that again?
You on your tablet and your phone?
No, that's my tab.
G7 thin Q, isn't that you?
No, my,
D7, I think it's
Oh, that's
Michelle.
who's G7 thin Q? Is that Michelle?
I think it's Michelle.
Oh, that must be Michelle. Okay, sorry. I thought Miss Beckles changed her though. Okay, so we have another subtraction. And I want you to do this one all on your own. Okay.
that's number 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger. That's number 4. Okay, number 4, and I'll got it here vertical. Let's just make that. Audrey, can you see okay?
Yes.
Okay, now, so I want everybody to do this one. Let me just put my minus in front of this. Okay,
One question, miss.
yes.
Therefore, when you say subtraction, you don't have to put a minus down there, right? But it's only the bottom you should change, right? At all times.
Well, when you're subtracting, this expression is being subtracted from this one. So this polynomial minus this polynomial. That's why the minus goes in front of this one that you're subtracting. You're subtracting
So-
this polynomial from this polynomial.
Yeah, yes, I realize that.
Okay. So what was your question?
So the question is, say you didn't put the sign right there with blinking. Once I
Okay.
see subtraction, I should realize that I'm gonna do that same thing, right?
Yeah, well, you don't have to put it if you remember that you're going to be subtracting and that your signs will be changing.
Okay,
I mean, you could do horizontal. Like I could have left it all horizontal and say, okay, this is going to be a minus, and that minus is going to change to a plus, minus, minus, and this is going to change to a plus. You know, you can do that without doing that. So it depends on your preference. If you just prefer doing horizontal, change your signs as you go, you can do that. Or you can do vertical, put your sign in front of the expression that you're subtracting. And this is the expression, the polynomial expression that
so
you subtract.
like I'm looking at this one, miss, this is number 4. I have to change the sign to plus on each of them.
Well, it depends on the sign. This is a minus, so that's going to be a plus. This is a minus, that's going to be a plus. This is a plus, that would be a minus. You follow, Mercedes?
I'm not sure. What
A
am I
minus
thought-
applied to a plus gives you a negative. A minus applied to a minus gives you a plus.
Okay, got
A
you.
minus applied to a minus again gives you a plus. All I'm
Okay.
saying is that you didn't have to put this there. You could have left it there like I had it horizontal and
Understood.
just said 3y to the third minus 2y to the third minus 5y. You don't have a y square here, so you don't have anything to subtract, right? Then you go to your 9y and you say, okay, that's going to be a plus. So my 9 and my 3, what does that give me? Then I go to my minus 10. I say this will change to a plus. So what does my minus 10 and my plus 2 gives me? So you could do it all on the horizontal without going this way. So it depends on your preference. A lot of people prefer the vertical because they say it's clearer to them, because they can see the coefficient in this polynomial and the coefficients and what they're subtracting. You can line them up if you like, okay? But you don't have to. You can do it all on the horizontal.
Yeah.
Okay, so do this one, then give me your answers. Audrey, you okay?
Yeah, sort of.
I think I'm finished.
Okay, Michelle, you said you finished.
Well,
You want to give me an answer?
1y to the third plus 2y.
Okay, okay, just a minute. Let me just, what I'm gonna do is just copy this and you just tell me what you have. Okay. Okay, now you said 1y to the third, right, Michelle?
Yes.
So let me put a 1 there. Okay, now what about minus 5y to the second?
Minus 2y to the second.
Wait a minute, Michelle. Do you see a y to the second in this polynomial?
A y to the
Do you see that anywhere here? See my
I
cursor?
see minus 5y to the second.
Right here, but did you see any y to the second in this polynomial?
Oh. Wow.
If you do, you seeing something I don't see. Do you see
Yeah.
it? You see
Yes, I see it.
do you see any y to the second in this polynomial? See
No,
my,
I see.
you
I
don't, so
see-
you just bring down the minus 5y to the second, or you could put a 0 y to the second.
Mhm.
All right, and 0 from a minus 5 will give you the minus 5, right? But notice this is what? Minus, okay, now you're at your y, right?
Mhm.
So what do you get for your y coefficient?
For my y coefficient.
Yes, I just copied over and it's not a 9. So what goes in front of the y?
What goes in front of the y should be a 7.
A 7?
7, 8, 9.
You have a 9y,
Mm-hmm.
you have a minus 3y, but that minus makes that a plus.
Oh.
So what's the coefficient of my y?
Oh, 6.
Mhm.
No. What is it, Vanessa? Vanessa, you're on mute. Or Maureen, what is it?
Yes, Miss.
Oh,
Barbara,
yes, I was
sorry.
asking you what was y? What's the coefficient of y?
The coefficient of y is,
Nice.
the coefficient of y, just now, is 12.
Mm-mm.
Positive coefficient, yes.
Okay, you have minus minus, that gives you a plus.
Mhm.
And then you're adding the 9 and you get the 12. That's correct.
Yes,
That's
so
correct.
that's a positive.
Michelle, you
spread.
see how she got the 12?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's positive 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you add it and you put the positive, the,
So,
the
so what
plus,
are you adding to the 9Y?
the 3.
The what?
You add not the 9 and the 3Y.
That's right, because this minus applied to the minus makes this a plus. So the
Right.
9Y and the
Negative.
plus 3, then this becomes
Yeah.
12. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Now, what about the constant, Michelle? What do you get here for the constant?
A positive 10.
2 and 10 is
Oh,
12.
What do you've got a 2 here.
oh,
You got
yeah.
a minus 2.
Okay.
A minus and a, that's, that is,
Minus, it's 3 minus.
negative 4.
So you have a minus 10 and what? No, it's not a 4. A minus to the minus make this a plus 2.
Mhm.
So what's a plus 2 and a minus 10?
12. A plus 2 and a minus 12.
A minus 10 and a plus 2.
Yes.
Hold on, minus 10 and a minus 10 and a plus 2.
Minus 10 and a plus 2.
8. I'm sorry, 8.
Plus or minus?
Yes, minus 8.
Okay,
Mhm.
minus 8. There we go. Okay, so this would be minus 8. Okay, so the coefficient of the y to the third is what, Maureen? Maureen?
What is it, Miss Barbara?
The coefficient of y to the third power.
Is 1.
Okay, 1. What about the y to the second power? What's the coefficient?
5 to the power 2, 5x2, 5y2.
Maureen, I ask you again. What's the coefficient of the y to the second power? Y squared.
5y.
I'm looking at the screen.
Plus or minus?
A minus.
Minus 5,
Minus.
Maureen.
Minus
Oh
5.
yeah, I forget the things like minus and things. Yes, confused.
And what's the coefficient of the y?
A minus 8.
12.
The y? Maureen.
Oh yeah,
A
12.
plus 12.
Maureen, are
Plus
you
12.
paying attention? I think you're getting tired. Yeah, okay. And what's the constant, Maureen?
Minus 8.
Minus 8.
Excellent.
That's okay. Just want to make sure you know the coefficients. You can pick them out. The number in front of the variable, and then the constant is just the number with this sign.
Question, miss.
Yes.
I don't know you get the 5y to the second power. I got 2.
Vanessa, you want to tell her how she got the 5y to the second?
5y to the second power.
Yes. She said she didn't know how we got that.
Because, how do I get 5y? Because that's a positive, that's a negative y, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You just put this.
How do we get-
Notice you don't have a y to
You
the
don't have a
second.
y there, so you can put
Yeah,
a
in
zero. I
this,
think
yeah,
what it-
that's
yes.
right. Yes, I'm gonna put a 0 there.
You
So
put a
you don't,
0.
yeah,
so
just
that's
put a
what I did.
0 there and maybe
bring
it's a
on the
little
top-
clearer
oh.
to you,
Oh.
Mercedes. So
my
we just
0.
put a 0 because that's,
And you just bring it down.
yes, that second term that you're subtracting
That's how it's-
didn't have a y to the second term.
Okay, like how the 5 have a y to the
Yeah,
second.
you didn't have one here. So you
Oh.
can, so if you don't have one, you can just bring it down.
Put a 0 and bring it
Whenever
down.
you don't see a term in one of the polynomials, just bring it down, or you can just put a zero. Put a zero, because you didn't have one, so put a zero, and a -5 minus 0 is just the 5.
So may I ask you something, Miss Barbara?
Yes,
Constant is always 0, right?
the one?
You said constant is always a 0?
Nope, did not say that.
What, could you tell me how it means, the terms again, or?
No, what I said is, if you have, look, you're looking at your terms here that you're subtracting, or even adding, the same thing holds, right? Now, just because you have a y to the third and a y to the second and a y and a constant, you may not have every variable power in the second polynomial,
Mhm.
because the second one did not have a y to the second. So
Right.
you could either do one or two things. Just bring down the one from here to here, or just put a 0 for the one that you didn't have.
Mhm.
0 y to the second. Okay, that's what I say. That's where you use the 0.
Oh,
But now these are your constants right here. They could be anything. They could be 100. They could be 20. They could be 25. See, there's a -10, -2, -8. But when you have a variable and you have the exponent, and it's not in both sets of polynomials, whether you're adding or subtracting, you could just bring that down to your difference if it's subtracting, or your sum if it's adding, or you can just put a 0 in front of it.
mhm.
Your preference. You got it?
Yes. So, you said constants, I hope I'm not saying it. Let me try to understand for myself if I'm saying it. I just want to make sure I'm okay.
Okay, go ahead, Michelle.
Constant mean any numbers?
Constants or numbers without variables.
Oh, okay, let me write this down.
So if you have a number, you don't have a variable with it, it's a constant.
Okay, constant.
Any number that does not have a variable with it is a constant. Whereas the numbers in front of the variables are your coefficients. And what you're applying your math to is the coefficients. You're adding or subtracting the coefficients. And when you get the multiplication, you'll find we multiply the coefficients. All right.
Got it.
Any questions on number 4?
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. All right. So let's go to number. Let's see if that's this. Okay. Okay, we have another subtraction here. Or did we do that one? No. Okay. Here's another subtraction. This is a subtraction. I'll put it all on one. Okay. Okay, subtract. All right, let me put this all on one screen so you can see it all together. Now I'm on the other side, so Audrey, if you've got to scroll over. Okay. Okay, let me bring that down. Okay. All right.
We have to do the other one, Miss Barbara.
Let me see. I'm going to make sure I'm not repeating myself. I think we did that one.
Yeah, we did that
Yeah,
one.
we just did that one. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one I want to do. It has brackets and parentheses. All right. But, okay. All right. So let me just make this bigger. And this is the one I want you to do. Okay. Now I'll put this all on the next screen. Okay. Now. Okay. Now remember, when you have brackets and parentheses, what do you do first?
Parentheses.
Parentheses. Very good, Mercedes. You do the parentheses first, then you do the bracket. All right. So let me just really put this all on the next line so it's clearer. So you see all the bracketed together. Okay. So what you have is in parentheses 4x minus 3y minus in brackets. And in the brackets, you have parentheses 2x minus 6y minus in parentheses 4x plus 2y. All right, so you have x and y. You can combine x's, you can combine y's, and you've got your coefficients. So do your parentheses first. Remember, the minus here applies to everything in the parentheses. So do that first and then combine what's in those two parentheses. Anybody got a question on what I just said?
I'm not quite sure what I'm trying first.
Okay. Apply this negative sign. Okay, let me do this. Okay. Let me copy this. Okay, now, so this minus time plus becomes a minus. Let's take out that paren. The minus time plus again becomes a minus. So I put the minus, right? Got that plus. All right. Now we've taken care of that parenthesis. Everybody follow me there? Okay. Now you can combine the 2x minus 6y minus 4x minus 2y. And that will be all in the bracket. Everybody follow?
So the one on top.
Question?
You do the bracket for
You got
us.
the one on the top of that.
Mercedes, what was your question?
4 minus 3y in the bracket.
We haven't gotten to this one yet. We're taking care of our parentheses and brackets right here first. So first step, take care of this parenthesis. Minus
2x
time plus gives you the minus, right? Minus time plus again gives you the minus. Now I want you to combine what you see in the brackets. And what do you get?
Let me write them off.
Okay.
what that be?
Let me copy this so you know that we don't want to throw that away. That goes in front of this. Okay. Okay. So we still have our 4x minus 3y from here minus. And now, question?
I was writing them off, Miss, but you shift them around again. So
No, I don't want you to throw away what you're subtracting from, and that's the 4x minus 3y. So I just put that there. And then this is what the same thing I had here, except we don't have our parentheses anymore because we've already applied them. So now I want you to combine what's in the brackets.
Okay, let's see.
What could that be? 4 plus
So
2 plus 4 is 2.
Let me just okay, so just take these for all you do is just take these parentheses off. Okay, so we take off these parentheses, take that off. Take that off, then you can combine what's in the bracket. Okay, now combine what's in the bracket. You can combine the X's, combine the Y's.
Mhm.
Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go ahead and then give me an answer.
Mr. Barbara, you still have to do the one in the parentheses?
Well, we did that one up here. Right here, Audrey, that minus 4x minus time plus, that became a minus. So we've taken care of that parenthesis. Now, what we did is I just took the 2x minus 6y, I take those parentheses away. Now you can combine all of this together. Combine your x's, combine your y's. Audrey, you with me?
So I don't have nothing to do with the others on the right-hand side? I don't understand that.
Okay, what's your question, Audrey?
We only dealing with the 2x minus the 6y minus 4x minus 2y?
Yeah, that, and remember you've got, that's being subtracted from this expression. That's why I repeated it. Okay, so combine the x's and the y's in the bracket. What do you get?
All right, I didn't do it yet.
So when you get the answer, then you gotta subtract the 4x and 3x and 3y from it.
2x minus 4x gives you what?
Let them answer that. Answer then we finish that. If you got to take away, as we do it, then we got to take away the 4x from the 3x and 3x from that answer.
Once you get your answer here, Maureen, in the brackets, then you subtract that from the 4x minus 3y.
Oh, okay. That way
Got it? Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Mhm.
Okay, it's negative 2y and negative 8x. X negative y, right?
Anybody got an answer?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
What do you get for your answer, Vanessa?
Negative 2x, negative 8y.
Nope.
Is that right? Okay.
Oh, that's not what it is. We do it.
Nope.
I get 2x, right?
What do you get, Maureen?
I get 2x negative 1y. No.
Oh. Where's Latoya? Latoya left us.
I'm here, Miss Barbara.
Okay,
I'm
Latoya,
here.
did you do number 5?
No, it's, I think it's 2x. I think
I
it's
want an answer for number
2x.
5.
I think it's 2x minus 8y.
Nope.
2x.
I do 2x
No,
minus
6x.
4y.
Is it
6x
one is
minus
minus
4y,
2y?
Miss Barbara.
Nope.
Barbara, how about 2x minus 4y?
Miss,
Nope.
is
No,
it
she
one
said
is
no,
minus
Maureen.
3y?
It's a negative 8y.
Hello.
Oh,
Vanessa, you forgetting. You got a minus in front of that. See that minus?
Yes.
That minus goes in
So
front
it's
of the
2x.
bracket. So whatever you
Yes.
get there, you got to apply the minus to it.
They have a minus 2x.
No, do
Oh, yeah, minus and a plus is a plus
That's
2x
it.
and a minus 8y. That's it.
Yeah, you got, no,
148.
there are different ways you can do it. You could just go ahead and do what's in the bracket.
Yeah.
2x minus 4x or minus 2x, right? Minus 6y minus 2y minus 8y. And then apply the negative to that. And then combine it with the 4x minus 3y. And then I want to know what, no, it's not, no, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it in steps here. Okay, let me just do this. You say it's confusing, Maureen, but it actually isn't, because when you, okay, let me just go.
It's not as fun as it was in the resource.
Okay, Maureen, a 2x and a minus 4x give you what, Maureen?
A 2x.
This is a plus 2x and a minus 4x. What does that give you?
A minus 2x.
That's it, minus 2x. So let me just put the minus there, right? Wait just a minute. Okay. Okay. So what I want to do is put a minus. Keeps moving over. Okay. So let me just do this. Okay. Minus 2x. So I can take this out, right? Because I combine this. And then we combine this, right? Let's take that out. Now, what's, Maureen, what's a minus 6y and a minus 2y?
8y.
Plus or minus?
Plus or minus and a minus.
No,
and a plus.
minus give minus.
Oh, my, oh.
That would be a minus 8y. So let's put the 8 here.
Minus 8y, yes.
All right, let's take that out.
So there is, I drop 4x and
Now
minus.
I've taken care, I can take the bracket away because I've done what's in the brackets, right?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so I've got now, but remember, I've got a minus in front of this, right? So I'm just going to put this back as a parenthesis and put a minus in front of it, okay? And put the minus in front of it. Now, what's 4x minus 3y minus 2x minus 8y? I don't need the minus here because I'm putting it in front of it.
4x
Minus already here.
minus
24,
3 y.
negative,
What is that equal to, Vanessa?
The minus, let's see, hang on. Oh, the minus 2x. What is that for? So therefore you would have a negative 2. Would it be a negative 2x?
This was a negative, right?
A negative and that you should become positive.
Yeah, but negative and negative.
Yeah,
could be
so
a-
4x minus 2x. What is that
So
equal
it
to?
would be a positive 2x.
No,
negative 2.
minus is gonna make this a plus 2.
So that be
And what's
negative
4x and 2x? What is
6x.
6x?
Yeah.
6x.
6x. that's
And what
it.
would the y be equal to?
The y?
Yes,
Okay, positive 8x. No,
no,
positive, one moment.
Eleven.
Negative and
Maybe
positive and
11?
positive.
no.
give you
What is it,
a
Vanessa? Minus give you a plus
Plus.
8y. What's a plus
Plus.
8y and a minus 3y?
5,
That's it.
5y.
That's it, Vanessa. 5y. Very good.
5y. Yes.
That's your answer. That's your answer. 6x plus 5y. But I want you to understand how the hierarchy is here. You do the parentheses, then you do the brackets, then you do the subtraction. But you have to apply the sign just like we did before. There's a
Okay.
minus applied to the minus, minus applied to the minus. Questions?
This one confusing. Get it
Okay, tell me where you didn't follow.
from the beginning. From you start to change. I started
Okay.
write it off first, and then you
Okay.
started to change everyone. I didn't get it.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
so let's go back up here. 4x minus 3y in parentheses minus bracketed and parentheses 2x minus 6y in parentheses minus 4x plus 2y in parentheses.
Oh.
And what did I say first? Apply your parentheses right here.
Mhm.
Oh.
Minus, just make that minus, minus plus, minus. Everybody with me now?
Minus
All
plus
I did was just apply this negative sign to what's in parentheses. So the minus plus becomes a minus, minus plus becomes a minus. Everybody okay with me now?
Yes.
No questions so far. Mercedes?
I'm listening. I'm not sure I'm getting it.
Okay, now what part that I just went over? I don't want to leave it if you don't understand it.
You start with 2x minus 6y. So you're saying I should change the subtraction sign, put it where the x is.
No, the original problem says 4x minus 3y, and I want to subtract a bracketed expression. But that bracketed expression has two parenthesis expressions. You follow? So
Yeah.
I want to do this parenthesis first. See, there's nothing I have to do for this one.
Okay.
I have to do only the one following the negative. So
Okay.
I've got to apply the negative sign to the 4x and the negative sign to the 2y, just like we did earlier without subtraction, right?
Okay.
So the minus plus becomes a minus. The minus plus becomes a minus. Now I'm done with that parenthesis. You got me?
Okay.
Mercedes, you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Now,
Miss
Audrey?
Barbara? I'll be
Yes.
right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Audrey, you okay with that step?
I think so.
Yeah, we just like we did before with the negative, with the subtraction, right?
Mhm.
I just applied the negative to the 4x and the negative to the plus. That's how they became minus, minus. Okay, so
Sorry, right there. And that applies to 1, 2, 3 on the right side going down. All 3 on the right side going down. Changing
what is your question, Mercedes?
is that apply to the 3 bracket? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I mean, I realized that the 2 below it was not bracketed.
Okay, so all I've done is just simplified my parentheses, right? So I've got 4x minus 2y. Now I can just combine what's in the brackets. I can just drop these parentheses and combine my x's and combine my y's. Got me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Everybody with me?
I
Mhm.
So
think so.
all I did was just drop these parentheses because there's nothing to do with this parenthesis expression except combine the terms with the other terms, with the like terms, right? So
Mhm.
the 2x minus 6y, just drop those parentheses. Now you can combine those with your minus 4x and your minus 2y. So all you're doing is just regular adding here. A minus 4 and a plus 2 gives you a minus 2, except that minus 2 is a coefficient of your x. And then your minus 6y and your minus 2y, when you add two negatives, you get a negative, and that gives you an 8y. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got minus 2x minus 8y, and this negative is from you subtracting, but you've got to apply that negative to everything in parentheses. I put it in parentheses, so the minus becomes plus,
Plus
the minus becomes
becomes
plus.
plus.
So a 4x and a 2x give you 6x.
X
This is a plus.
plus,
So a
and that's
minus 3y and a plus 8y, you subtract and you get 5y because the 8 is the biggest with the plus.
yes,
Everybody with me?
yes, Mr. Allen.
Yes.
So you just do it in steps. And you really only had to just do that one parenthesis up here. The other one, you didn't have any signs to apply to that. So you just leave that just as it is. Now you just combine what's in the brackets. And once you do that, then you go use that 4x minus 3y to subtract it. Audrey, you okay?
Yes, I'm all right.
All right. You look through this and it's not really as bad as it might seem. And it's something you've been doing, except you've been doing mostly with just parentheses. But I wanted you to see two levels that you could have parentheses within brackets. But you do the parentheses first, then you do the brackets. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's keep going. Okay, now X, the coefficient, Maureen, is what? Let me just make this bigger. And
This is what we're doing.
so what's the coefficient of the X, Maureen?
6
6. And the coefficient of the Y?
is 5.
That's it. There's your coefficient. So, okay. Number in front of the variable is the coefficient. Questions? Now we're going to do something I think you're going to enjoy, some word problems.
Yeah, right.
No, you're going to like this because everybody knows what perimeter is. Anybody want to tell me what perimeter of a rectangle? How do you find perimeter of a rectangle?
Excuse me a minute, Miss Barbara.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mercedes,
oh, she thought it was-
Mercedes, what was your question?
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Times
Mm,
length times
Mercedes,
width.
you had a question on the problem we just went over?
we used to do it straight across and then we pick it up.
Mercedes?
Excuse, I just have to be excused. I was grabbing my eye drops.
Oh, okay.
And my eyes are itching.
All right. Any questions on number 5, the one we just went over with the parentheses and
I
brackets?
surely have to do that one over still, miss. I will listen to the recording.
Okay. Yeah, I went back over it and I think you can follow it. Just remember the order, parentheses, then brackets.
Okay.
Remember the sign for the subtraction you apply to everything within the parentheses.
Thank you, miss.
That's what we did here. Okay, now we're going to do some word problems. Let me just make this bigger. Anybody want to tell me how do you find the parentheses of a rectangle? Anybody?
Is it length times? Is it length times? Is it times? Are we doing times?
No, times is
Or we
area.
adding?
Times is area.
We adding, right? So length.
Yes.
So
So what,
length. plus
Audrey, what's the
width.
formula for perimeter of a rectangle?
2 is
A
what?
plus B plus
2L plus 2W, something like that. Is it that?
You sounding good there, Vanessa. What is it?
2 length plus 2W.
2L plus 2W. Very good. Everybody remember that?
Yeah.
I know Maureen does. Okay.
Mhm.
2 times the length plus 2 times the width.
So it's
Now, since you know that, you're going to do a little multiplication. Now, you have a length, you have a width. Doesn't matter which one you call length, which one you call width. But I need you to multiply them. 2 times this polynomial, 2 times this polynomial, and then add them. Tell me what you get.
yeah, they do.
I've got some multiple choice answers for you, and I want you to tell me which one is correct.
1 moment.
So you
Okay.
put the choices that
Few
consider.
minutes. 2 times.
What is it, Maureen?
You say you got the choices, right?
Yes, I've got, let me put this all on one. Let me put this all on one side so you can see it.
Okay.
Okay, word problems. Okay, here we go. There's the rectangle. There's the, bring this up some. I want you to see all the choices. Okay, there we go. A, B, C, D. Solve
Okay.
it. Tell me what you get. Multiply, then add. Multiply, then add. 2 times whichever one you choose for the length and whichever one you choose for the width. 3x minus 1, you want to call that L. And you want to call x to the second, plus 5x minus 4, W. Multiply it by 2.
Minus.
All right. And then add, and you get one of those answers.
Then you do it, trippy.
You said add, right? No, he said add, right?
Audrey, you know what you have to do, right?
Yeah, you said to multiply.
2
Four.
lengths. Now you can call either one. You could call this width and this length. In other words, this could be L, this could be W, or this could be L, and this could be W. It doesn't matter.
2
As long as you multiply them by 2.
minus
Multiply by 2, and then,
plus 1.
so you're getting practice multiplying polynomials and adding. That's what we've been going through, adding, right?
Yes. And then
So 2 times, if you're going to take this 2 times 3x minus 1, remember you multiply by everything in the parentheses. 2 times x squared plus 5x minus 4, 2 times everything in the parentheses.
4 Yes, Miss Barbara.
Anybody got an answer?
One moment, Miss Barbara, just now.
2 times one polynomial plus 2 times the other polynomial, and then add them.
Yes. Open.
Okay. I get C for my answer. That could be wrong.
Yes, Maureen, you could be wrong. Check your math, Maureen. You're getting there, but you made a little mistake somewhere.
My answer is B, Miss Barbara.
All right, Audrey got the prize. Answer B. Audrey, you want to tell Maureen how you got B? Let me just copy this. Okay. Let me just copy that. Okay, let's just put that there. Everybody get Audrey's answer? Oh, I didn't.
Yes. I got A.
You got A? Okay, let's see. Let me take that. Sorry, I was copying that, but it copied. Let's see. I want to copy this formula and then substitute. Okay, let's copy the formula. Okay. There we go. Perimeter. Now, Audrey, which one what did you choose for your L?
Huh?
What
Yeah,
did you choose for your length? What polynomial did you choose for your length?
I choose the, wait,
3x minus 1 or the other one?
yeah, the one, the last one, the bottom 3, I ain't got my.
3x minus 1?
Yeah, 3, no,
3, did you choose the 3x minus 1 or the x squared plus
I put
5x?
x squared plus 5x minus 4,
Okay, let me just
and then we put
copy
that by
that.
2.
Okay, let me just copy that. Put that here. Okay, so that's okay. So you had the x squared plus, this was a 5x, right? Let me change that. 5x minus, was that 4, Audrey? Minus 4?
Oh my gosh, I ain't gonna do it.
Okay, and that's in parenthesis. Okay, and then you chose for the W. Okay, that's plus. And that was 2 times the 3x minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
3x minus 1. Okay. So let me just move this over. Okay. So this is the way it would look, all right? Let me just make that all the same font. Okay. So this is what Audrey did. She said she used x squared plus 5x minus 4 as her length and 3x minus y as her width. So when you multiply this, Audrey, what did you get? Tell me what you got.
I have, you me to everything, right?
No, just give it to me in steps, just in case someone needs to see it. When you multiply 2 times x squared plus 5x minus 4, what did you get?
I get 2x to the second.
Okay, so let me just put this, copy that. Take out the parenthesis. Okay, so you got 2x to the second, take out the parenthesis. Okay, and then you multiply 2 times 5x. What did you get?
10x.
Okay, so you got plus 10x. And then you said 2 times negative 4, you got what?
8. I think it's, I think 2. Yes.
2 times a negative 4, what did you get, Audrey?
Yeah, 2 4s
2 times negative 4,
is negative 8.
negative 8, that's right. Okay. And now let's go to your next multiplication. 2w, and 2 times 3x is what, Audrey?
And 6x
That's it, plus 6x. Okay, and 2 times minus 1, Audrey?
is 2, negative 2.
Negative 2. Right. Now you can just combine.
Oh, miss, just a minute, right? You
Yes,
know, I actually get the first part like that.
you have this, Mercedes?
That part of, yeah, the first part with the 10 and 2. I actually got that.
Okay, now you combine your like terms, your ones with the same variable and the same power,
Oh, that's very wrong.
right? So what would you get here, Mercedes? Because Audrey gave us the right answer, but I'm asking you, if you combine the like terms, in other words, they have the same variable, the same power, you can combine, what can you combine here?
You can combine 8 and 2.
Minus 8, minus 2. What else can you combine?
You can combine 10x and 6x.
Very good. Now, so tell me what your answer is. And there's no the x squared only appears once, so you
Okay.
don't combine that, right? So let's just put that here. Okay, and put equal. Okay. Now, when you combine those, 2x to the second stays by itself. It's nothing combined it with. So what was your 10x and 6x equal to, Mercedes?
So I get 16x.
Very good, 16x. All right, and then when you combine, let's take out the 6 because you combine that. Okay, now you have a -8 and a -2. What does that give you?
Give me 10, minus 10.
Very good, -10. Okay, so let's put our 10 here. And does that match one of the answers?
Where are your answers?
You gotta scroll it back down for see.
Here we go. Which answer is that?
That's
Okay, 2x
that's
plus
fine.
16x minus 10.
That's
So,
B.
B, there it is
I
right
almost
there.
got it. I almost got it. I'm too doubtful.
So what happened, Mercedes?
I didn't set it the way she set it out, and I get confused because I have most of the answers right.
Well, the different ways of doing things, you don't have to set it up the same way somebody else does, but you can still get the same answer. So the answer would be B.
Yeah.
Any questions on this word problem using polynomials? Questions?
I will challenge it again, miss.
No, but you multiplied everything out and
Yeah. But I
And-
cannot make me out to do the second part of it.
oh, you did what, the combining the like
Yes.
terms? Okay, the ones that have the same variable, x's can be combined, constants can be combined. 2x to the second has no other x to the second to combine with it. So you just bring it down, right? 2x to the second,
Yes.
10, add the coefficients, 10 and 6, 16, -8, -2, add the two negatives to get -10. Questions on that word problem using polynomials? Questions?
No, miss. Thank you.
Okay, so now we have one on triangles. Okay, Audrey, how do you find perimeter of a triangle? You remember? I'm gonna put this.
Triangle.
Yeah, how do you find the perimeter of a triangle? Let me just, okay, make this bigger. Perimeter is when you add up the sides, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for a triangle, you have how many sides, Audrey?
A triangle has 3 sides.
3 sides. So what I want you to do is add up these sides. Add up those 3 sides, and that will be your answer. Okay. Add up those sides and tell me what you get. So you have 5r to the second plus 3. You
A
have,
bit small, miss. A bit small.
yeah, that's why I'm calling them out. This one I can make it bigger. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, I can see better now. I just
Can you
turn
see
my,
it? Okay.
I
Let's see.
turn my tab around.
Let's see. Okay. Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. 5r to the second plus 3, 7r minus 8, 4r to the second minus 6r plus 1. Add up those 3 sides, and that would give you the perimeter. So I want everybody to add up those sides.
Can you scroll down, miss? Thank you. It's a little bit more down. It's gone.
You back up too far.
No, I want you to see the triangle.
Yeah, we know seeing it.
You see
No,
it
see.
now?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna add up those 3 sides. This is an addition problem for polynomials. So you'd have 5r to the second plus 3 plus 7r minus 8 plus 4r to the second minus 6r plus 1. So you've got r to the seconds that are in common. You've got r's that are in common, and you have constants in common. So add up your r squares, add up your r's, add up your constants. Tell me what answer you get.
How much R's you have? Okay, I'll do from this together. So you have plus on. So
Okay, and you've got some choices here. Here are your choices. A, B, C, or D.
left, come 5 minus.
Add up your r squares. They appear twice. Add up your r's. Now you can put them all in order. Put the r squares followed by the r's followed by the constants. Then it makes it easier to combine them.
And I see it.
Michelle, problem?
Yeah,
You need to see the triangle.
yeah.
Here's the triangle.
Okay, I got it now.
Add up the three sides. 5r squared plus 3 plus 7r minus 8 plus 4r squared minus 6r plus 1. Combine those and you get the perimeter. And it's one of these values. A, B, C, or D. Vanessa, you got an answer?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
What did you get?
D as in Daniel.
D is in D is in dog. That is correct. Everybody get D?
Yes, miss.
Yes? Mercedes, you have D?
I
Yes,
get that.
Did you say yes, Mercedes?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Audrey, did you get D?
No, I ain't finished it yet.
Maureen, did you get D?
She come now.
Maureen, you said yes?
No, I said no because you move it so fast, I didn't even see what to add up.
Oh, okay. Let me go back. Here we go. Here's the triangle.
Okay.
There we go. 5r to the second plus 3, Maureen, plus 7r minus 8
They got something wrong. We got 4R.
plus
4R minus 6R.
4r to the second minus 6r plus 1. See, you can do it right here, right? 5r to the second plus 4r to the second, Audrey, gives you what?
9r to the second.
That's it, Michelle. 9r to the second. Now, what does 7r minus
I wrote
6r?
something. I wrote the wrong thing. I had 5R instead of 4R.
What does that give you, Michelle?
1r.
Yeah, 1r. Okay. Now, what does 3
Oh man, I had the
plus
wrong thing.
1 minus 8 give you?
I wrote the wrong thing. It's
3
5R.
plus 1, that's 4 plus minus.
And minus 8, what does that give you, Michelle?
That's 4.
Plus or minus?
3R plus 3.
Minus.
Minus.
Got more minus than plus, so a 4 and a plus 4 and a minus 8 gives you a minus 4.
Minus 8.
Right, minus 4, yeah.
Yeah, put it all together. And what do you get, Michelle?
4 to the second.
9r squared plus r minus 4. And is that D?
Gosh, yeah,
That's your answer.
I think yes. I had something wrong thing right.
Answer D. Okay.
Okay, let me see.
That what you got, Michelle?
Yes.
Very good.
I read the wrong thing.
What happened, Audrey? You wrote the wrong side
Yes. Yeah,
polynomial?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had 7R and it's 5R.
Oh, you didn't have 5r squared
No,
plus 3?
I didn't have the 4R, I had 8R. I know where you get that from.
Oh, you instead of the 4r squared, you had 8?
Yeah, I had 8R minus 6R minus.
Oh, okay. Well, that would give you a different answer for sure.
I messed up,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so
I will have to read
that's,
it over
I
again.
have, okay. Any questions on perimeter of a triangle? 3
Okay.
sides,
Okay.
add up the 3 sides.
The 3 sides. I
Okay,
gotta go back
and I
down.
have one more word problem and we will be done. And, okay, this is the last word problem.
I did
Okay,
one thing right now.
let me
I
just
gotta go over
make it
that one.
bigger. Okay, distribute and simplify. And all that means is you multiplying the number outside the parentheses by everything in the parentheses, then combining the terms. So multiply 3 times 4m minus 2, multiply 2 times m plus 5, and then combine the like terms.
Okay. Mhm.
And tell me what you get.
Three, 12, 3 twos, right is -6. The figures in hand it says so we have negative 2m. If 2 prime is 10, like minus this.
3 times what's in
So you
parentheses
get
minus 2 times what's in parentheses.
so you get 10. Mhm.
Mercedes, what did you get for this first one? 3 times 4m minus 2. Just tell me your answer.
10 minus 10.
No, just tell me your answer of 3 times 4m minus 2.
10 minus 10.
No, Mercedes, you're not listening to me.
Okay.
3 times 4m minus 2. What is that equal to?
3 times. Oh, that's 14m. Am I wrong?
No, Mercedes. 3.
3
What's
4
3
is
times?
12.
What's 3 times 4m,
3 4
Mercedes?
is 12.
12m.
12m.
12m. Vanessa's helping
12m.
you out. And what's 3 times minus 2, Vanessa?
3 times minus 2 is minus 6.
Minus 6. Okay. Now, Mercedes, you follow what Vanessa did here?
I'm not sure. Because what I'm doing, let me explain first. I'm saying 3 times 4m is 12 minus
12m.
and I
You-
get 10.
You can't throw away the variable.
Yeah.
3 times 4m, Vanessa just said 12m.
Can you multiply everything in the
That's what I'm
parentheses?
saying. But then I say minus 2 from 12m. Which is
Wait. The 3 Mercedes applies to everything in parentheses. So you got to multiply 3
Oh.
times the 4m
yeah,
and
I
3
forgot that
times the
part.
minus 2. That's how Vanessa got 12m minus 6, because 3
Okay.
times minus 2 is minus 6. Okay,
Okay,
now
the 12.
Mercedes, okay, you do the next one. What's 2 times m plus 5?
That would 2 times m plus, that would be 2m plus
2m, right? Plus what?
10.
Minus 2 times a plus 5 is what?
Negative.
That's right, Michelle. Negative 10.
Excellent.
Negative 10, right?
Combine.
Mercedes,
Combine.
Yes, yes.
you know your signs. Multiply unlikes.
She
Get
said before me, I was
negative.
going to say negative 10.
Well, okay. But minus 2 times plus 5. Now you combine the like terms. 12m goes with the minus 2m, the minus 6 constant goes with the minus 10. What does that give you, Mercedes?
So I have minus 16. When I
Do
put
your m first. What's 12m minus 2m?
that would be 14m minus 14m.
Wait, you're not adding, you're subtracting.
Really?
12m minus 2m, a plus and a minus subtraction.
Okay, 12m minus 2m, that's 10m.
10m, that's right. So that would be 10m, right? And then a minus 6 and a minus 10 is what, Mercedes?
That would be minus 16.
That's it. Very good. Minus 16. So what does that matches?
A.
That
I'm
matches.
sorry.
Wait a
B.
minute, Michelle. Does that look like A?
No,
D.
D.
Michelle, what are
D.
you looking
I
at?
need glasses. I
D
need
as in
glasses.
Daniel.
Michelle,
Huh?
10m minus 16 is what choice?
D
D.
as in
D.
David.
Very good. Answer D.
I made a mistake. I have
That's
braces in.
okay. That's all right. You're doing good. Okay. Now, everybody did really good today. So that means the homework I give you, you will ace it, correct?
Do we send it
The
over
homework you sent?
Yeah, I'll be sending the session and your
Okay.
homework. Now,
Okay.
we don't meet next Monday. That's a holiday, Columbus Day. So
Uh-huh.
your homework will be due a week from next week. But you can feel free to text it to me or email me, okay?
How much homework you giving us, Miss Barbara?
I'm only giving you like 2 or 3 problems, 3 max.
Okay.
3
Thanks.
max, not many problems, okay? I think if I give you fewer problems, you might do them.
Yeah, I can do it.
When you see like
Yeah, Miss
8,
Barbara, I'm
10
tired.
problems. Yeah, I know, Latoya.
I'm beat.
I'm only giving you 3 max. 3
Okay.
max, okay? Any questions on anything we've gone over?
No, everything is
Okay,
good.
all right, so this was recorded, so it will be on YouTube. I will send you the session we went over today, plus your homework. But like I
Okay.
say, it's due not
Week
next
after
week,
next.
2
Week after
weeks.
next.
But
Week after next.
feel free to text me answers before then, if you like.
Okay.
But it's optional. If you want to wait the 2 weeks, it's okay. But I think it's nice to get started on them now while it's kind of fresh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, no questions?
I'll wait for the homework.
Oh, yeah, okay. Any questions, anybody?
No, Miss, thank
I'll
you.
think
All right,
about it.
so I'll say goodbye to everybody and enjoy the
Goodbye.
rest of your evening. All right.
Okay.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Bye, Michelle.